movers, thank you for being here with me. This is the lunge track in the Start Here playlist. This is perfect for folks who aren't quite confident with a one-legged squat, also known as a lunge, or they have maybe some knee sensitivities, or you're just looking to understand the anatomy and physiology of this really complicated movement a little better. I love a lunge. I do a lot of them, both stationary with my feet on the ground and in balance. Sometimes I do compound movements too, where we do it all at once. But in order to do that safely, we have to do the basic lunge precisely, if you will. I see a lot of what I would consider to be unsafe form with folks that I work with in the gym. And it always makes me kind of nervous because the knees take the energy in the lunges. And I want to keep all of our energy out of our joints and in our big muscle groups. Lunges are awesome for balance and core. They work our hamstrings on the way down and our quads on the way up. So our hamstrings flex our knees and our glutes and our quads extend the knees. So we flex and then we extend. Lunges are one of the more complicated movements. So if you are an entry-level practitioner, I encourage you to do a few Start Here lunge tracks before you jump into the more complicated, integrated tracks of future playlists. Really do secure this muscle memory successfully so that you can grow more safely and a little bit faster. If this all makes sense to you, great, let's keep going. Let me show you the format of the lunge. Here's how I like to think about it. Let me take off my jacket real quick. It's freezing in my house, and yet it's warm outside. Shoulders are back. Our chest is lifted, so I like to think about being kind of the Hulk. So we naturally kind of roll forward, but we roll up and back, putting our scapula in their pockets, which naturally kind of brings our chest up. And then I think about pulling from underneath my bottom, up through my pelvic floor, bringing it up into my belly button, and then cinching it all down. And if you could do all of that from shoulders to bits, then you have a very secure chassis, which is exactly what I want for this lunge track. So again, we roll our shoulders back and lift our chest, bring our energy up from underneath us. Then we transfer our weight to our left foot, bring our right foot back really wide and deep. So this, I see a lot of this in the gym, but a lunge is actually a one-legged squat with a kickstand. So this is my kickstand. So eventually we're going to get to the place where we don't even need it anymore. We just put all this energy in this front leg. But for now, we're going to keep the energy forward with the foot open, toes connected with the ground. Our energy is up out of the ankle, up out of the knee, which are aligned, and into the glute, which supports both the lift and the extend and the flex. Good. And this kickstand, we're all the way up on our toes. So we're not back here, which is easier for balance sake, but we're up right here so that you can lift up and down and not backward and forward. All right, so now that I've showed you the position that we'll be using, I want to encourage you to think about balance. Because it is a one-legged movement, there's a lot of opportunity to wiggle. If you are just getting started, I would encourage a balance point. This is my ugly dining room chair that the cats have taken to. I'm going to be using that. So it's a good idea to take your fingertips, gently place them on your balancing device, bring that energy back behind you so that you can have your ankle and knee directly over one another and come down and up safely without having to worry about wiggling, all right? So if that's where you want to start today, take a big deep breath and celebrate. All right, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, tuck your pelvis, secure your core. Here we go, right foot back, really far back, and bend that knee directly above that heel. Yeah, heel. All right, here we go. Down, 2, and lift and squeeze. Now, can you lean a little bit forward so that the energy is not straight up and down? It's over this front leg. Here we go. We go down, press, 2, 3. Down, press, 2, 3. Remember, we're balancing. You got this. Big step forward. Plant that foot. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Bring that back foot back behind you. Align your knee over your heel. Here we go. Down, 2, lift. Down, 2, lift. Or if the arm is too much, you just bring it down. So you think about your glute propelling you up. Here we go. Down, 3, 2, 1. Down, 3. Remember, we're keeping that energy forward. Good. Make sure when you're standing all the way up, you're not walking through that knee. You're just lengthening through that core. Good. Shoulders are back. Chest is lifted. Enjoy this. Here we go. Down, lift, 2, last time. Big step forward this time. Good. Shake it out. All right, right foot back behind. Down, 2. Can you switch it? Back, 2, lift. So this is the most complicated we're going to do. But I want you to think about having to transfer that foot back and deep behind you. The cat is participating. It's nice to have an assistant. Good. So keep that energy forward. Get your heart rate up. Good. Knee over heel. That's the most important part. Big step back so that the knee can be over the heel. The energy is forward. And engage. Cinch down that core. Your shoulders are back. Your chest is lifted. Big inhale right here. Bring it all the way up. Exhale down. Shake it out. That was a pretty quick, pretty short lunge track that was super entry level to practice the importance of that one-legged work. If this is pretty new to you or you're recovering from something, come back, practice it a bunch before you build onto this. I always tell people, if you add too much weight too soon, if you're doing it improperly and you hurt yourself, then you have to start all over again anyways. So it makes the most sense to be rooted in this muscle memory, this structure and alignment. No matter what, I am so grateful that you moved with me today. I hope you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more centered, a little bit calmer. I certainly do. Until next time, thank you so much for moving with me today. I'm honored.